If you're subscribed over to my second channel, then you've already heard a little bit about this, but tomorrow is a big day. Tomorrow is the big memorial service for Charlie Kirk, and this service is going to take place inside of the State Farm Stadium in Arizona, where the Arizona Cardinals play football. So it's a huge stadium. There's going to be over 100,000 people in attendance. People are flying from all over the country. People are flying from all over the world. I know I got some subscribers that are headed there as we speak, but we have a problem in Arizona, ladies and gentlemen. Ahead of this event, the security has already been breached. And it was not breached by some random crazy person that just ran and breached security. No. Security has already been compromised. Why? Because they caught a fake police officer already inside the event, folks. Somehow a fake police officer slipped by and got into the event and was just blending in with everyone else for a while. Luckily, someone noticed that he was acting kind of off, kind of weird. They didn't really recognize him. He wasn't doing the things that he was supposed to be doing. So they questioned him. Come to find out, not a police officer at all, not security, had no business being there. We don't know why he was there for sure, but I think we can all guess why. And he was armed. He had both a gun and a knife. So he was there to hurt someone. And he was able to slip past security days before the event even is taking place. So it's scary because tomorrow it's going to be hectic. Okay? It's going to be chaotic. Over 100,000 people at this memorial service. People are going to be lined up outside. Protesters are even expected to attend. So security is going to have a crazy job tomorrow, making sure that nothing goes wrong. But I'm scared because before the chaos even starts, before the crowd has arrived, before they're even, before the event even happens, we already got problems. So if a fake police officer could slip by and breach security 2 days before the event, imagine what could happen during all of the chaos and confusion as this event is taking place. This guy was able to breach security before there was anyone there. It's an empty stadium, nothing but law enforcement was still able to breach. Now imagine tomorrow when there's 100,000 people there. So yeah, it's a scary situation. And this just further proves that this is not over. This is not over by a long shot. They're going to continue to try to take people out. We're not going back to an America, we're not going back to how things were a few years ago. We're going to see assassinations and attempted assassinations all the freaking time now. I can guarantee you that. And it looks like this person was probably going to try to pull one off tomorrow. There's going to be a lot of important people there at that memorial service, folks. But they actually discussed this on the news a little bit, which is kind of surprising because the news has been ignoring a lot of the crazy stuff that's going on. Like the fact that 2 people tried to blow up a news van outside of a Charlie Kirk memorial. Like the fact that a young black woman, 19, in Florida, got caught on the way to shoot up a Charlie Kirk candlelight service. These are things that are being hid from the public, and now finally they're kind of, oh yeah, well there is threats, there is stuff going on. But anyway, I got this news clip that I want to show you guys. Before I roll it though, if you guys enjoy the videos, if you appreciate the work that I put in to inform you guys about everything that's going on, please do me a huge favor. Show some appreciation by simply liking the video. Share the video so other people can see it. Drop your comment below. Charlie was not afraid to share his opinion. You should not be afraid to share yours. And if you really support the channel and you want to support it on an even bigger level, you could always donate via Cash App or Super Thanks. It is always greatly appreciated, so much more than you could ever imagine. But with that being said, let's go ahead and roll this news clip. Let's see what they have to say about this, and then I'll be back with more.
An armed man claiming to be affiliated with law enforcement has been detained. Authorities say he entered the stadium. This is a look at that stadium, where conservative activist Charlie Kirk's memorial service is set to take place on Sunday. This comes as massive security efforts are underway in the desert ahead of Kirk's memorial, where tens of thousands are expected. News Nation's Jessica Curtalia is live in Glendale, Arizona. Good morning, Jessica. What do we know about this arrest and security preparations? We're more than 24 hours out from the memorial service.
Yeah, it's incredible because security is already incredibly tight around State Farm Stadium, Henna, and this just coming in from the Secret Service. They said a man was acting suspiciously. They approached that man who had a fake police identification. He was armed with a knife and a gun. They said that during the encounter, he said that he was a law enforcement official. The individual, not a member of authorized law enforcement working for the event. He is currently in custody. The U.S. Secret Service and local law enforcement are investigating the circumstances as to why he was here in this location. Now, just some perspective. It's 6 a.m. here in Arizona, and people are already showing up for this service, which doesn't start until tomorrow afternoon. What's called a SEER Level 1 designation is in place for this event. That is the highest level of federal security, which is typically reserved for something like an inauguration or the Super Bowl, which was here at the stadium a couple years ago. That means the Secret Service will take the lead on all of the security measures, but then they will coordinate with local law enforcement. Hundreds of local officers will be patrolling outside of the stadium in their police units and also on foot. The list of speakers for this event include President Trump, Vice President Vance, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, and Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard. And Charlie Kirk's widow, Erica, will also be speaking at this event. It is expected to be one of the largest and most closely watched memorials that Arizona has ever hosted. Also, something like this is unprecedented for an American citizen that is not considered a dignitary or a celebrity, so to speak. That rating, Hannah, as I said, unprecedented. Partially also due to the large crowd of people that's expected. We're thinking somewhere around 100,000 people. And as I mentioned, they're already starting to show up.
Again, more than 24 hours before the memorial, you're reporting about 100,000 people are expected. What are organizers telling people who are showing up, hoping to attend this memorial service in person?
So the stadium authorities just released this information, and they said, don't bother coming with a bag or a baby stroller. And if you do show up with a purse or a backpack, they're going to tell you to leave. There are no exceptions. They're expecting so many people, and as I mentioned, already starting to come, that they're just going to ask you to leave if that's the case. There will be long lines like an airport security screening like you'd see at TSA, so you need to get here very early. And also, this is new, Hannah, organizers are asking people, please wear your Sunday best, dress in red, white, and blue for this event.
I feel like every time I talk to you, there's a new rule or regulation for this memorial. It's going to be a lot going on. Thank you for keeping us updated, Jessica Curtalia. We appreciate it.
Now, obviously, this memorial service is happening inside of a football stadium. But keep in mind, folks, this is not a high school football game. This is not normal stadium security that we're talking about. Hell, this isn't even an NFL game. This is not NFL game level security that we're talking about. We're talking about the highest level security supposedly in the world. They're supposedly not, like from what they say, this is the best security you could possibly have. The highest level of security you could possibly have, like in the entire world. Meanwhile, they've already been breached before the event. And just think about it. How bold and crazy and unhinged someone has to be to literally try to make their way into one of the most highly secured events in American history in order to carry out more attacks. It shows you the lengths that these people are willing to go. It shows you that these people will stop at nothing. And this is really like some cutthroat gang mafia type activity. Oh, we'll kill you and then we'll shoot up your funeral. You know, we see that in like gang wars and stuff. We usually don't see that, you know, when it comes to political commentators online, but that's where we're at in America. They'll kill you for saying a man is a man and a woman is a woman, and then they'll show up at your memorial service and try to hurt other people. So this is like next level unhinged. And folks, if they're willing to go so far as to do this, to pretend to be the police, breach security, and try to take people out at a memorial service, basically a funeral service, if they're willing to do that, then what else do you think they're willing to do? What else do you think these people could get away with in places that are less secure? And this is why I've been stressing so hard that Tyler being arrested, it almost means nothing. In order to truly stop Tyler, in order to truly stop this evil, in order to truly stop something like what happened to Charlie, in order to stop something like that from happening again, arresting Tyler is not enough. You got to go after every single freaking group this crazy weirdo was in contact with. You got to go for that trans furry boyfriend that damn well we all know, none of us believes that he doesn't believe anything. You need to go after that freaking furry boyfriend. Go after every furry freaking trans weirdo plotting Charlie's death in these groups. Go after all of them. All of them. And if you don't, you're going to continue to see stuff like this. And this is why I've been stressing so hard from day one that I wasn't even worried about Tyler. If you've been watching my videos, my main focus, and I've said this 10 times, my main focus has been on who else knows, who else is involved. Because that's who needs to be taken down. Tyler is out of the way now. There's an army of these freaks. An army of these freaks. And if you think they're just the weirdos that can't pull nothing off, then explain to me how they pulled off killing Charlie, and then they pulled off sneaking into his memorial service, the most highly secured event in recent history, but they snuck into the service while armed and pretending to be a police officer. Interesting times ahead of us, ladies and gentlemen. I just hope that my warnings, reach the right ears. But for now, you guys let me know what you think down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all very soon in the next one.